Hey guys, it's me, Rachel, again. And I know a few of you who subscribe to me are probably wondering why I'm making all of these GD4, GDT audition videos. If you know what it is, check out the links on that side of the screen. And it will tell you all you need to do. You should check it out. It's really cool. But this is my audition for the GDT Conglomerations, which is an excellent title, by the way. So now, to the questions. Okay, so like a lot of people, I was thinking that I was going to sing. However, not only do I not want to do what everyone else is doing, but realistically, I just wouldn't be able to do it every week because right now I'm at home, but normally I have 2 roommates at college, and I don't sing in front of them, so that would be a problem. I wouldn't be able to really do that anyway. But for a far more realistic idea, I decided that I can combine 2, possibly 3 of my other talents. I can write a monologue, a scene, or a short story, or something to go along with whatever we're talking about, and then I can perform it, and maybe work on my out-of-practice English accent while I do that. That's the third thing. Like, I don't really think that counts as a talent at this point. So I figured I could do that, and I'm sure that if my English accent sucks, people will tell me, and I can use feedback. So that'll work on many levels. Okay, so for my talent portion, you know the scene in A Great and Terrible Beauty when Felicity wakes Gemma up in the middle of the night and takes her outside and like shoves her into the church to make her steal the communion wine? Well, I have written a different version of that scene from Elizabeth's point of view, and I was planning on doing it with a British accent, but I have many excuses as to why I'm not going to do that, one of them being that I just, I tried it the other day and it wasn't very good. I will do it for my other things, though, if you would like me to. But today, I'm just going to let you get a feel for my writing. It doesn't really matter if I can do a British accent if my writing sucks. So, here it is. After the incident in the Great Hall, we are herded up to bed. When I am dressed for bed, I sit in front of my dressing table and take out my hairbrush. As I stroke my hair, I consult my reflection. Am I pretty? Cecily, my closest friend here at Spence, assures me that I am reasonably attractive. But in this dim light, my nose is bathed in shadow, making it look even more pug-like than ever, and my eyes are so pale that I sometimes think they have no color at all. And then, of course, there is the fact that I am so small that no one would ever believe I was 17 years old. What man would want to marry a girl who looks as though her hair should still be in braids? I'm counting the 47th stroke when I hear a light knock on my door. Whoever could that be? I cross the room and open the door a crack and see Fee. She slips in and sits on my bed as if this is her own bedroom. Tonight at midnight, you need to be downstairs in the Great Hall. Bring your cape. Why? I ask. We're going to welcome Miss Doyle to Spence the right way. I immediately become wary. Though I'm grateful to be included in Felicity's inner circle, it means I've been in the uncomfortable situation of initiating many girls in the past, each in an equally humiliating way. Fee's favorite scheme is locking the girl in question in the chapel. I emerge from my thoughts to see Felicity looking at me expectantly. I'll be there, I say, because no other answer will be accepted. At 12 on the dot, I throw my cape over my shoulders and go down the hall toward the staircase. I can hear whispering voices, and when Cecily joins me on the landing, we hurry downstairs in time to hear Fee ask to bless. Where are the others? Miss Doyle stands next to Felicity in only her thin nightgown. She'll catch her death outside if that's where we're going, but I doubt my pointing this out will be welcome. When we're introduced, she only nods. No wonder her family sent her to finishing school. We go outside into the crisp night air, and I immediately wrap my arms around myself to keep warm. Fee leads us over to a nearby hill, and I know Gemma is going to be another victim of the chapel trick. A few meters away from the doors, we stop. We have a little tradition here at Spence, Felicity begins, looking pale and imperious in the moonlight. A little initiation ceremony for new girls who might prove worthy of our inner circle. I don't dare chime in with the fact that, though each victim has been given the speech, not one of them has ever been accepted into the group. This exercise exists only to make our leader feel in control. Gemma looks around at all of us. Can you really have an inner circle with only 4 people? Seems more like an inner square, doesn't it? I hastily turn my giggle into a cough at Cecily's piercing glare. "So what is the secret initiation?" Gemma asks, seeming game enough. At a look from Felicity, I say what I always do when I find myself outside the chapel doors with an initiate. "You only need to take something from the chapel." "What will it be?" Felicity never even tells us what the item will be each time. This item must be particularly risky, because when Gemma asks, a wide grin spreads across her face, and she runs her tongue along her top teeth. "The communion wine," she says, as if the idea is incredibly delicious. I am shocked, and I can tell Cecily and Pippa are as well. "But Fee, that's sacrilege," Cecily gasps, and Gemma hurries to agree. "Really?" Fee says, her eyelids half lowered. "I think it's an excellent idea." Without warning, she turns to me. "What about you, Elizabeth? What do you think?" I'm caught off guard. She's never asked me my opinion on something like this, and I don't want to say something wrong and find myself cast out. I glance at Cecily, then back to Felicity. "Oh, I suppose—" Pippa saves me, interrupting with, "I think it's a tip-top idea." Gemma looks uncertain. "Don't tell me you're afraid to go in there by yourself," Felicity sneers. I decide never to mention my fear of the dark in her presence. "What happens when Reverend Waite discovers the communion wine is missing? Won't he be suspicious?" the new girl asks. The rest of us exchange knowing glances. We all know that Reverend Waite wouldn't notice if one of his legs were missing when he gets as drunk as he is this time of night. Pippa's had enough waiting. She pushes Gemma toward the thick chapel doors. "Behind the altar," she says, telling Gemma the location of the wine. "There's a small cubbyhole." I'm wondering how she knows this as she puts all of her strength into sliding the bolt on the door back. I have to repress a shudder as the doors creak open. I would never go in there on my own. Gemma balks. "You can't very well expect me to find it in the dark." This is a fair point, but Felicity has grown bored. "Feel your way," she says, and pushes Miss Doyle through the door. The girl's not 3 steps in when Felicity slams the door shut. I knew she would, but this doesn't stop the feeling of pitying dread in my stomach. A cleverer, better girl than I might have volunteered to keep watch, then let Gemma out as soon as Felicity's pack rounded the corner. But as it is, I cannot risk my standing at this school. So when Fee and Pip turn round and head back to school, arm's length, I fall in behind Cecily and don't look back.